If there's one discontinued car that deserves a second opportunity, it's the Tesla Roadster. With its rich history, this car deserves a second shot and has admirers eagerly anticipating it. Tesla set out to demonstrate that electric power and great performance do not have to be mutually exclusive, and he succeeded admirably. The drivable prototypes began to appear the next year after it was first presented as a concept car in 2006. Welcome to Disruptive Age. On this channel, we share the latest news, rumors, and insights into all things Tesla, Elon Musk related, SpaceX, and whatever else we think is interesting. I would really appreciate it if you could please like and subscribe. Let's carry on with the video. In 2008, Tesla began producing the Roadster convertible. Early owners were treated to a combination of supercar speed and sailboat sound levels for about $100,000. And they looked good every time they drove past a gas station. It was a joy to charge at home, and the Roadster would make soft gurgling noises as the propylene glycol coolant circulated through the battery pack and radiators, and the cooling fans would occasionally kick in. With more than 200 miles of range, the two-seater Roadster represented a technological advancement in vehicle battery technology. This was made possible by a massive lithium-ion battery pack, which was a novelty at the time, as well as liquid cooling, safety fuses, and sophisticated software that made it safe to work in a high-performance vehicle. The styling of the Roadster was assisted by Lotus, a British automaker, but the electric car had its own unique characteristics, such as weight distribution, and practically all of the Roadster's components were specialized. The original Roadster weighed around 2,700 pounds, but the electric motor, which produced 248 horsepower and 200 pound-feet of torque, was more than capable of handling it. The cabin was well made with a glossy carbon fiber center console, with cabin temperature controls, seat heaters, and air conditioning buttons, and it also had a touch screen that reported the miles remaining in the battery. In comparison to today's Teslas, it appears to be quite old, but those early buyers were enticed by the speed, joyously leaving other cars in their wake when the traffic light turned green. Some early users were concerned that if Tesla went bankrupt, they would be stuck with a stylish and pricey paperweight. However, now that Tesla has grown to be a trillion-dollar corporation that sells the most fully electric cars in the world, we know their fears were unwarranted. Tesla produced and sold less than 2,500 Roadsters before ceasing production in 2012 to focus on the more affordable Model S. But that was enough to seal the Roadster's place in history. SpaceX flew Musk's personal Roadster to deep space in February 2018, aboard the Falcon Heavy rocket in a test mission, while also announcing the end of the Roadster. The Roadster will always remain the cornerstone of Tesla, and we look forward to bringing back a version of the supercar that takes full advantage of our superior electric powertrain in the next several years, said Kobe Brooklyn, a Tesla spokeswoman at the time. Tesla has brought back the Roadster, confirming Brooklyn's remarks. It's been completely reimagined, but it still delivers the same thrilling performance as the original. This updated Roadster has a sleeker look with more noticeable curves, making it more similar to recent Tesla automobiles. It is more powerful than ever before, with a blazingly fast acceleration time of 1.9 seconds from 0 to 60 miles per hour and a top speed of nearly 250 miles per hour, making it the world's fastest production car. If that isn't fast enough for you, Tesla is also installing a faster version with the SpaceX package, which will sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour, according to Musk. Even though this version features cold gas thrusters for zooming, Musk is worried about the speed and advises those with medical conditions to avoid it. With 620 miles on a single charge, the range is more than double that of the previous version. Musk stated that it would be equipped with a large 200 kilowatt-hour battery to help it outperform rival electric vehicles. Although it remains a door-to-door car, the Roadster has gained 2 extra seats in this iteration, allowing you to invite more passengers along on your hair-raising right. The glass roof can still be removed and kept in the trunk, but you can use the rope to feel the breeze in your hair. However, you can't have all those upgrades and expect the price to stay the same. This new Roadster costs a cool $200,000. A Founders Series version is available for $250,000. The final assembly of the original Roadster took place in Menlo Park, California, with parts coming from all around the world. The brakes and airbags were made in Germany, while the body panels were made in France and others in Taiwan. Tesla has gone a long way since then, with the majority of its manufacturing now taking place in-house. The new generation Roadster will be built in California's Fremont facility. Musk stated that the Roadster is a better fit for Tesla's Fremont, California plant, implying that the new Roadster will be close to its predecessor's birthplace. According to Musk's statement, the Fremont production will focus on higher-end vehicles such as the Model S and Model X, while the Austin factory would handle mass-market Model 3 and Model Y automobiles, as well as the Cybertruck and Semi. Tesla will be able to construct the Roadster in Fremont. The history of the Fremont factory is entwined with the history of automobiles in the United States. The plant's ownership has changed multiple times, with giants in the car industry involved. This 370-acre mill was once owned by General Motors, who ran it inefficiently for nearly 2 decades before shutting it down. The company was eventually taken over by Toyota, which formed a joint venture with General Motors to administer it. In 2009, GM declared bankruptcy and withdrew from the joint venture with Toyota at the Fremont factory. The plant was 10 times bigger than it needed to be when Tesla bought it from Toyota for $42 million in 2010. With just approximately 1,000 individuals on staff, it covered a whopping 5.5 million square feet. Tesla's expansion ambitions have been allowed by the city of Fremont, yet by 2013, more than 3,000 workers were clocking in and out of the facility, and by 2018, the number had soared to 10,000, far more than had ever been employed there. Tesla eventually bought a 35-acre tract next door to serve as a test track, while keeping some production equipment. It underwent major renovations to change it from a filthy and noisy plant under GM and Toyota to a laboratory-standard, spotless facility. Tesla painted the flooring, walls, and ceiling white, then added skylights and energy-efficient lighting to make the space feel bright and airy. Tesla also introduced equipment dedicated to the production of electric vehicles, which will aid in the production of the Roadster. The Fremont facility has seen exciting times under Tesla's leadership. It was here that Tesla suffered production hell and had to erect tents in the parking lot to scale up Model 3 production. Their temporary facility will soon be transformed into a 64,000 square foot permanent structure. Musk spent several nights here, attempting to restart the production line. This was the same plant Musk refused to shut down during the COVID-19 lockdowns, threatening to depart California and shift production to Texas. He has looked to carry out part of that threat by announcing the relocation of his headquarters to Texas. In June 2012, this plant delivered the first Model S, and it now produces the Model 3, Model X, and Model Y. Aside from vehicle-making equipment, the annual capacity is a huge 500,000 automobiles. An employee training center, cafeteria, food trucks, gym, 24-hour in-house medical center, and outdoor patios are all part of the Fremont facility. Let us know what you think about the new Roadster factory in the comments.